Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have placed a couple of players on the injured reserve, them being Sean Bunting, the cornerback, and long snapper Zach Triner. But I am not alone in this video today. Joining me again from the Cannon Fire podcast is Evan. Evan, how you doing today?
I'm doing very good. It is a wonderful Monday. I'm looking forward to Monday Night Football.
Absolutely. It should be a lot of fun. And we do have another move that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have made. They have signed a replacement for Zach Triner, so stay tuned to that. And if you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button if you do enjoy these types of videos, and leave your thoughts about all three of these roster moves down in the comment section down below. But, Evan, let's go ahead and start talking about the first two moves here. The Buccaneers have placed Sean Bunting and Zach Triner on the injured reserve. So, first, let's focus on the cornerback, Sean Bunting. We all saw his injury, right? Gruesome elbow injury, a dislocated elbow that he had suffered in week number 1 versus the Dallas Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb had beat him for a touchdown. He tried to punch the ball out. Antoine Winfield Jr. came over, laid on the hit stick on CeeDee Lamb, but also laid the hit stick down on Sean Bunting's elbow. So it was pretty bad. It looked, pretty grim. What can you tell us about this?
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, I thought it was going to be much worse than just a dislocated elbow. Just looking at that. So basically, I know people hear the word IR and injured reserve and kind of freak out. This year it's a little bit different. Actually, last year was the same thing. So if a player is placed on injured reserve, they are eligible to return after 3 weeks. So you are eligible to be put back on the team after 3 weeks. So Sean Bunting and Zach Triner, if they're both healthy enough, they can both return after 3 weeks. Now, obviously, if it takes extended time, you might have to be placed on, IR for the rest of the season. There is like a limit, but it's not. This is not season ending, especially for Murphy Bunting. Bruce Arians, suspects 3 to 4 weeks. I think that's probably the best case scenario. I would say worst case scenario. I'm not a doctor. I don't really know, but if that's the best case scenario, I would assume the worst case is probably 5 or 6 weeks at the most. So honestly, encouraging because, like we said, the injury did not look good at all. We were thinking, wow, you might be out. You might be missing him for the season. Doesn't look like it's going to be the season. But Zach Triner, as I'm sure we'll talk about, so who was just added there. We didn't even know he was injured. Really, we had no clue. Just added, and it's kind of more serious than Murphy Bunting's here.
Yeah, so just real quick in the case of SMB, 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know what the upper limit is for that short term IR. I couldn't tell you, but that goes right in line with what we had talked about in the previous update video on Sean Bunting, where Bruce Arians came out and said right after the game, hey, 3 to 4 weeks, right? And that's the exact timeline of what that short term IR is. We've seen the Buccaneers make a couple of moves. They added Pierre Desir to the practice squad. They still have Herb Miller there as well. And then they've got Ross Cockrell, Jamel Dean, D. Delaney. It seems like those are the guys they're going to use to fill that void for the next 3 to 4 weeks. I think that's the expectation right now. But like you said, look, of course you never want to see anybody get injured, right? And again, I'm a YouTuber. I'm not a doctor, right? But all in all, given the context and all the circumstances, I think the Buccaneers might have gotten a break here, right? Well, for lack of a better word, they got lucky here, right? Knock on wood that nothing bad happens, the rest of the way here. But 3 to 4 weeks for what looked like a really gruesome injury, it's that's all things considered not bad for the Bucs. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, there definitely could have been a worst case scenario where they're missing this important piece of their defense for maybe not the season, but half the season, 70% of the season. Like there's a chance, there's definitely possibilities that Murphy Bunting is gonna miss 10 games. And so it seems like they did catch a little bit of a break there. And like you said, any injury is not good, but on just trying to find a bright spot, that's the one bright spot, that it's not season ending. He's going to be able to return, and it shouldn't actually take a whole lot long, really.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So we'll keep you guys updated with whatever happens with Sean Murphy Bunting. Like we said, he is on the IR. So I believe Andrew Adams had taken that roster spot right now with him being elevated from the practice squad. So if the Buccaneers do decide to add another cornerback or something along those lines, we'll keep you guys updated on that, of course. But the other player who was placed on the injured reserve is Zach Triner. And as you said earlier in this video, this one seems to be a little bit more serious, Evan. What can you tell us about this injury and kind of what the diagnosis is here for a recovery time?
Yeah, so I'm gonna put on my Dr. Wanish coat, and per Greg Allman had it first. So Zach Triner is going on injured reserve. We had me and James were just talking before the video. We had no clue that he was even injured. But
Right.
he is going on injured reserve with a pretty serious injury. He tore a tendon in his finger. So it'll require surgery. He's going to get surgery on it, and the recovery time is about 10 to 12 weeks. So he could return. He could return for for the end of the year. Luckily, this happened week 1, so it's not like this is happening mid-season. So he could very well return, but you're not going to be seeing him for a little bit. And because of that, the Buccaneers have already replaced Zach Triner.
Yeah, so they've added Carson Tinker. We'll talk about him in a moment. There's actually a really fun fact about him I can't wait to get into. But two fun facts. But this one breaks my heart because I feel like Zach Triner was underrated on this special teams unit. If you look, every single punt, Zach Triner is one of the first 3 guys down there. You've got both the Gunners and then Zach Triner, baby. It was such a cool thing to watch, and this one sucks. This one is just a darn shame. I wish nothing but speedy recoveries for both Sean Murphy Bunting and Zach Triner in recovering from their injuries. And hopefully they'll be able to come back and be just as good, if not better, than what they were before they got hurt. So to replace Zach Triner, they have signed Carson Tinker to the team, Evan. Long snapper for the Jacksonville Jaguars from 2013 to 2018. Then he was with the New York Giants from 2022. Very recently, he was, I believe he was released on August 24th. And now he is with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What are your thoughts on the Buccaneers adding a replacement long snapper here?
Well, I think, it's just long snapper is such a unique position. And it's not like, a lot of people say, why can't you just have Ryan Jensen do it? It's like totally different. Like long snapping is totally different than actually snapping the football as like a center. So
hey guys, what's going on? James here, and I'm pleased to say that this video is sponsored by our friends over at Manscaped. That's right, we have actually got sponsors for this channel now, one of them being Manscaped. You guys, I'm sure, have all heard of Manscaped, right? They are one of the best, if not the best, men's grooming product companies in the entire world. They have loads of different types of men's grooming products on their website, including the Lawnmower 4.0. Definitely go check that out. And they've given me a very special offer to give to all of you guys. If you use the promo code MrBucsNation at manscaped.com, you will get 20% off on their website. That's right, 20% off on the website when you use the promo code MrBucsNation. So get on the website, use the promo code MrBucsNation, get your 20% off, and ensure that you are going to be using the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
can't really tell you much about him. He played on the Jaguars. You do have a fun fact about his past, but two fun facts about his past. So we get a bonus fun fact even. So yeah, they got a new long snapper. Hopefully it's a seamless transition. Whenever you're dealing with a new long snapper or a new holder, you're always a little bit nervous that maybe the chemistry isn't there right away, and you need it to be. So hopefully, when Ryan Suckup trots out there for a field goal or extra point try on Sunday, hopefully the long snap and everything, hopefully it goes great. And if that first one goes great, you're going to breathe a sigh of relief.
I still continue to parade my importance of special teams here. Darn it, we need good long snappers in this league, and I think Carson Tinker's one of them, right? Like you said, you worry about chemistry and all these other different types of things, but I think overall he'll do a good job. And I do have two fun facts. Number one, Did you know that Carson Tinker is a 3-time national champion? 2009, 2011, and 2012, he won the BCS National Championship with Alabama. And then number 2, Carson Tinker and myself share a birthday. We both have the same birthday. I just, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. I'm on the Carson Tinker train now. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, I just call it how I see it, man. Look, the Buccaneers got a 3-time national champion, and he shares a birthday with yours truly. It's one of the best signings they've ever made. I just call it how I see it. So, Evan, before we finish this video, do you have any final thoughts?
Not really a whole lot. Check me out on Cannon Fire Podcast, YouTube channel. Also, you can listen to it if you prefer listening to it. You can listen to it anywhere you can find a podcast. We also have our Cannon Fire watch party that is going to be November 14th. The Bucs are playing the Washington football team. Season's here, man, and it's gonna be fast approaching. We're gonna be at the watch party before you know it. So it's gonna be hosted by our friends over at Barrett House, and we are also gonna be having the food supplied by our friends at Wingbox. So come on in. It's free to enter. Obviously, you got to pay for your drinks and meals and everything once you're there, but no entry fee. Come down, have a great time with us. I'll be there. Rhett will be there. And yours truly, James, MrBucsNation, will be there. So if you guys want to hang out with us, watch a football game, come on down.
Should be a lot of fun. And for those of you who are watching, I will have the link to the Cannon Fire Podcast YouTube channel and information on that watch party down in the pinned comment down below. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and let us know your thoughts about these roster moves. What do you think about the Buccaneers placing Sean Murphy-Bunting and Zach Triner on the injured reserve? What do you think about the signing of Carson Tinker? Give us your thoughts on that as well. And yeah, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. We'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.